Welcome to Voices of Nature. This is going to be a pick-a-pile candle wax reading where I channel any messages that come through from Spirit. If these messages resonate with you, please let me know by leaving a comment, liking and/or subscribing. There's 2 piles for you to choose from. Pile 1, the white candle and the leaf, or pile 2, the yellow candle and the heart. So before we decide, let's call in Spirit. Angels, ancestors, ascended masters and divine beings of light, thank you for being here in our space and giving us clear and concise messages for the greatest good of all. Thank you. So let's begin. If you chose the white candle with the leaf, we'll get some of the moon water here that's been charging under the full moon. And we can begin. If you see anything in the bowl as well with the wax, feel free to add it to the comments, because anything that you see is your intuition telling you or giving you messages and guidance as well. They could be your guides helping you get some information as well. Okay, so let's see what comes through. Okay, this is quite a different energy. It's a bit slow off the mark. So before I began, I was actually feeling quite a really swift, brisk energy. And it's really slowed down. This may be, perhaps you're actually hesitating. I also feel like perhaps there's a decision that you're making and you may be in a situation where you're procrastinating. Perhaps you're overthinking something. I really feel like you're just on pause. You're feeling a little bit stuck. So if there is something that you're thinking about and really trying to find the answer for, I'm feeling that, excuse me, you're probably overcomplicating it a little bit. I think the answer's actually right in front of you. Perhaps this is telling you you need to slow down to find it. You know, sometimes when we're in a bit of a panic, you may have lost your keys, you know, and you need to run out the door. You're going to be late for something, and you go into this mad panic, running from every room looking for your keys. And sometimes if you just stop, you might realize that they were in your pocket, or, you know, you were actually holding on to them. So sometimes we do need this stillness. This was coming up in another reading as well. So we do need to have this time of stillness and pause to be able to actually see what's going on and see what's going on from a higher perspective, from a calmer point of view. So if this is a decision that you are trying to come to, yeah, don't overcomplicate it. I'm actually even seeing everything sort of grouped together. It feels messy, you know, it feels really messy, and it's all in this one area. I'm also seeing Snoopy. Snoopy as in the cartoon Snoopy. This may mean something to someone. That may be confirmation for someone. Also seeing the number 8. The number 8 may be relevant to you. You may have been born in August. You may have been born on the 8th month. This decision may have actually come about in August. Yeah, and I actually see someone with a thing, you know, someone got their skates on. They've really got their skates on, so they're really feeling like they need to rush. But this, I mean, we're halfway through the candle and this is not speeding up. It's really just slow down. So I'm feeling that you need to really have a focus on what it is that you want moving forward. Maybe have some honest conversations with yourself or perhaps someone around you on what it really is that you want. Because I actually feel that in some of these quiet times, there may be some ideas that are coming to you now, but you might be pushing them down a little bit and perhaps thinking that you can't do it, or you don't have time, or you're not good enough, or in a perfect world that would happen, but I think this is going to change though. I do see you actually starting to plant seeds, so just little step-by-step things, that putting things into place that perhaps to make yourself a little bit more of a priority. They're saying give some action, you know, put some action to it. So I think Spirit are really encouraging you to find the inner confidence. There is confidence within you. I think you just need to look a little bit deeper to find it. And the choices that you make moving forward, I think they need to come from a place of knowing that you are worthy, and knowing that you are as deserving as the person that perhaps that you're watching at work, or the person that is doing the job that you really wish that you had, or the person who's out there living the life that you want, or that you could see yourself envision yourself doing. You are as worthy as that person. I mean, what makes them any more worthy than you? Nothing. You are capable, you're totally capable of achieving anything that you want. And even if it means that you need to go back to study, maybe you need to look at something to find another way of doing something. And you know, everyone's not great at something when they first start. So that person that you may have your eye on, that you're thinking, oh, they're brilliant at that, you know, I wish I could do that. They probably had exactly the same fears. I mean, some of these people may have been doing something for 20 years, and when they were first starting, they were having exactly the same fears that you are. I'm also seeing some people knowing what they want. They know how to get there, but they're probably, it's not even excuses. You feel like you don't know how to balance that life between what you want and what you need to give to others. So you're too scared of being selfish. You know, you're worried that if you do put yourself first, sometimes others will suffer. So I'm hearing the word balance. And Spirit is saying try to navigate the dance between commitment and desires. Navigate the dance between commitment and desires. So try and do that balance of what it is you want and what it is you need to do. I mean, we can't all do what we want 100% of the time. We do all have commitments. But it is trying to keep that balance, or making an effort to keep that balance, making a priority to have that balance. Keep an open mind, they're saying. Keep an open mind and look, keep your eyes open. So they're saying look out for ways. There may be ways that actually pop up that while you've got the blinders on, while you are in this mindset that it's never going to happen, you may be missing opportunities that are showing up that can show you another way of doing it. So really keep an open mind. This energy is still really slow and relaxed. You may be seeing mirrored numbers. So, I mean, you may be seeing 444 and 111 and 777, and that you may be seeing some 8s because I was picking up on that 8. But I'm actually thinking more like 424, 242, 1441. So the number that's the same from the, whether you read it from, you know, the start to the finish, 353, 3553. So forwards and back, it's a mirrored number. If you're not seeing them now, you may. That may be confirmation for you in the next 48 hours. You may start seeing some mirrored numbers. If you do, thank your guides. Thank the guides that are around you. Again, it fell. Let's see what else. So I feel like moving on, you will be embracing some change. Because I think that now you've received the toolkit to tackle obstacles in a different way. Perhaps it's just making that initial step, taking that initial step. So now's the time that you can start building some strong foundations. And you want something solid that you can build them on. So it doesn't have to be in a hurry, just one brick at a time. And they're saying stop and look back. Just look at the progress you've made. In fact, they're saying before you even take this step, before you even make this very first step, look at the progress that you've made so far. So look where you were a year ago. Look where you were 2 years ago, and congratulate yourself on the progress that you've made. I also feel for some that there may be some sort of reconnection. So whether that be a reunion, a family reunion, a reunion with a friend, reconciliation, so coming together with people that you haven't seen for a while. There may be a school reunion. This may be a partner, someone who you've been with in the past, who comes back perhaps to tell you something, to give you a message. I just feel like something that was almost dormant, and I think for a little while as well. So something that's been sort of dormant for a while is being renewed. Okay, so I see a little bit of an octopus here. So he's got his feelers out, hasn't he, the octopus? So you may be actually, you know, just feeling those waters, getting the feel for something before you do jump in, and you may be in this cautious stage, and that's why everything seems to be just on pause at the moment. So perhaps I'll get one card for you, group 1. Just one message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have for group 1? What message do we have today for group 1, please? Just one card. A blessing in disguise. A surprise, trust, revelation, significance. So perhaps this something that's coming around was something that hadn't worked before. It hadn't worked out. Maybe this was the wrong time. You know, this may have been all of the divine plan that it just didn't work out for you that time because it wasn't in divine timing. So it may have been a blessing in disguise. You can see the little angel feather here. So this is going to be a nice surprise. So that's all I have for you today, group 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe. If anything resonated with you and you wish to leave a comment, please do so. I'd love to read it. Thank you. Bye. Hi, group 2. You picked the yellow candle with the red heart. And we're going to fill the bowl with some moon water that was charged under the full moon. And let's see what messages we have for you. Okay, Spirit, this candle doesn't want to light. There we go. What do we have for this yellow candle, group, Spirit? Okay, I see split decision. So I see there may be an important decision or some important decisions coming up. This feels a little bit more formal. Maybe to do with a relationship. I am seeing formalities like a contract though. This may be finishing a work contract. It may even be cancelling a work contract earlier than planned for whatever reason. And I'm seeing the north, you know, the north is southwest, so I'm seeing a change in direction. This actually may be your physical location, may even be just mentally, you know, you've changed your mind about which way you want to go with something. But it is feeling quite official. So Spirit is saying trust your own guidance with this. This is opportunity for you to have a positive outcome and really get what you want. Yes, I'm seeing the number 5. So that's change. You may be seeing the number 5. You may be seeing 555. 515. You may be seeing that a lot. Perhaps you will be in the next few days. That'll be confirmation. So I'm feeling like you're leaning a little bit more now towards something that's creative. Like you need to express yourself a little bit more. This may be the change in direction. So you want to change your direction as far as your work goes. You may just want to express yourself creatively as far as in your spare time, like learning an instrument, going to an art class, some dance. I see a lot of dance, acting. Maybe someone here who's really interested in acting. And something even more unusual. So I feel like someone here may be even inventing something that's new, or attempting something that hasn't been done before. Perhaps even blending two things to make something new. Spirit is saying, don't give up on this. If you need to do this, you may be looking at a way that you can do this and still be where you need to be. So like I said, this may be something that you do on the side. You may be doing it from your home. You may be looking at doing it from your home. You may be looking at doing it on weekends or at night when you have someone around to look after the kids, or when you have, no work commitments. But I see you scheduling, so almost like looking at a diary and seeing how you can make this work, and you're determined to make this work. Like, this isn't even negotiable. This is very different energy to group 1. This is, I just gonna do it, and I'm gonna find a way to do it. So Spirit are behind you with that. In fact, I feel like they're giving you a little nudge. Also with this though, I'm hearing don't burn out. So they're asking you to look after your physical body at this time as well, your physical self. That may even include mental health. Because they're saying you'll need that to accomplish this dream. So what is that saying? You can't give from an empty cup. So really look after yourself first, whether it's looking at diet, things that you can even maybe just go for a walk if you're not getting any physical exercise and you're not a gym person, or just taking yourself out in nature for a walk. The number 40 may be significant to someone. You may be 40 years old. You may be turning 40. This may be a goal that you set for yourself. By the time I turn 40, I want to be doing this. Maybe a promise that you made to yourself, when I turn 40, I'm going to do this. Perhaps someone said to you, perhaps you went and saw a reader and they've said to you, after you're 40, that's when things are going to change for you. So I see this time for you ahead as starting a journey where you're going to be discovering different versions of yourself. So actually multiple versions of yourself. So there's the confident me that can do this and has no fear, and then there's the me that's very driven and won't stop at anything, until I get what I want. And then there's the me who's very happy to sit on the couch and just have a break every now and then while I find the balance. And I learned to put up boundaries, and I have learned to say no to people when I can't give any more of myself. I think you're going to be meeting these new versions of yourself, ones that have been hidden for quite a while. So embrace this change. I'm also getting a really good feeling of flow with this group. So quite a chilled vibe. I was getting a very slow vibe with the first group, but that was almost more of a pause, more of a stuck vibe. This is really, you know what? I know what I want and I know I can achieve it, and I'm not going to stress out, you know, trying to, when I'm going to get it, I'm just going to set the goal. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put the steps in place, and if things happen along the way, so be it. I'll deal with them when they come up. It just feels really chilled. I can feel like you're standing in the breeze, you know, standing in the sun, but the breeze is just blowing into your face and you're just loving it, you know. You're swaying and you're being present in that moment. And you know that all is going to be well. This is a beautiful, beautiful vibe. So there are lots of changes coming, but apart from this formal change that I was feeling, I think a lot of the changes are just within you. And I feel like a lot of them have already happened. And now you're actually starting to enjoy this first new version of yourself. So if you can see anything here in the bowl that stands out to you, if it's personal, of course, you don't have to write it in the comments, but if you feel like you want to share it, please do. I see a teddy bear. So someone may be having a baby. That may be one of the big changes for someone. And a clown. So I do see quite young energy in here, all on this side. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, so I see some more confidence coming through, and I think that whatever this change is, it's really going to be rewarding for you. What I would like to do is just pull a card. Oh, so this is Archangel Sandalphon. This card's all about forgiveness, seeking freedom and healing. So what I feel with this, this is something I feel like you've already done. There's all these falling words. So we've got pain, answers, healing, chaos, loss, lack, betrayal. So I'm thinking this is somewhere that you've come from and you've done the work. You have forgiven someone and you've got that freedom now. You've been having that time of healing, and I think that's why you're now at that really chilled vibe, living in the present moment, because you have done so much healing and you know that all is going to be well. No matter what comes at you from now on, you know that all is going to be well. And you're going to get that abundance. This is your opportunity now to get those things that you have been thinking about. make that business happen, or to make that change, or to have that baby. I feel you are very connected to spirit. And I feel like this journey ahead, and this is going to be a really nice journey. That's the word I keep seeing for you. It's going to be a clear one that's very balanced. And like I said, there's always going to be things that come up that are challenging, but I feel like you really are in the place now that you have the tools in your under your spiritual belt to deal with them. So this is a really, really nice reading. I might just take one more card for you. What's the one more thing you would like this group to know, please, Spirit? What would you like to tell this group? I'm actually hearing the word sit with it. So perhaps if there is something that you want to do, maybe sit with it for a little while. Maybe I'm hearing don't be too vocal about it. Perhaps don't tell too many people. Obviously, you need to tell the people that you need to tell. But there may be someone around you who's just a little bit, I don't know if it's negative or whether they're actually a little bit jealous and may even try to steal an idea from you. And if that's not possible, just try and stop you, because they can see the growth that you've made. Wow. That came out of nowhere. Yeah. So this is Archangel Raziel. So you are enlightened. You've had that awakening, or you're going through that awakening. You're soulful, you're connected, and you're adaptable. And I think perhaps this person around you knows that and maybe a little bit threatened. But you know what? That's a them thing. That's not a you thing. So you keep doing what you need to do. Yeah, just focus on what it is that you want, because you are in a really beautiful place. And if it doesn't feel like it, I think you will feel that very soon. Okay, thank you for joining me today for this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up for me, a like, and if you do feel inclined, please subscribe. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.